By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how milk chocolate is made, from a cacao pod growing in the Amazon rainforest to a finished chocolate bar. And no, I'm not talking about watching a factory machine do all the work. We're actually gonna go harvest the cacao, ferment it, roast it, grind it, and make the chocolate ourselves from scratch. Most people eat chocolate their entire lives without ever even knowing where it comes from. Which, in a world where food shows up in plastic wrappers, we've become disconnected from how it's actually made.
One thing that I forgot to mention is that I live in Ecuador, specifically in the Amazon region, and another thing is I own an entire cacao farm. Yes, I own an entire cacao farm here in the Amazon. How lucky are we? This is the cacao pod right here. Look how beautiful and massive this thing is compared to her head. It's the size of her head. There's so many weird fruits and snacks in this world that no one even knows where it comes from. Like, did you guys know that this is chocolate? Well, not the outside, but the inside. Let's crack it open. This is what is on the inside. Oh yeah. Look at how beautiful that is. They call this the vanilla ice cream bean because it tastes like vanilla ice cream. And you must be thinking right now, wait, that's not chocolate. How could this be chocolate? Here's where the magic comes in. This is the cacao bean. This little bean is covered by a sweet, snot, mucus-looking consistency right here. This isn't what they make chocolate out of. It's actually on the inside, so let's break this open. This on the inside is actually America's favorite and most eaten candy. But why doesn't it look like chocolate? Why isn't it brown? It's because this bean has to actually go through different stages. And before I show you that, let's harvest some cacao. It first starts to flower, and that's what this looks like. Then it gets gradually bigger, which I'm sure you guys all know how plants work, right? And then eventually this turns into this. And how you know it's ready is because this isn't maroon color anymore. This is bright, beautiful red. Look at those beautiful beans.
Hundreds of years ago, cacao was one of the most valuable resources in the entire world. Ancient civilizations prized cacao so highly that its beans were actually used as currency. People could buy food, trade for goods, pay taxes, and measure wealth with cacao. What we now turn into candy bars was once considered a symbol of power, status, and wealth. And it all started from a pod hanging in the Amazon jungle.
I tried just opening it and just like putting it out in the sun to dry, and then I think that's what turns into cacao. But she's like, what are you doing? No, that's not how you do it. So I'm like, okay, I researched it, and the cacao bean actually has to ferment before it can be dried and then turned into chocolate. And if it doesn't ferment, it doesn't have the chocolate flavor, the chocolate aroma, everything. Now that we have our big old bag of cacao beans, we let this set. We put it in somewhere dark and cool so it can ferment perfectly. Then, after it ferments, we dump this out and let it dry in the sun. And it usually takes about 1 week to ferment. So after the 1 week of fermenting, and 5 days, maybe 1 week in the sun to dry out, we have our chocolate. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the beginning of the video, this used to be a purple. Now, it's a dark brown. Made it to my friend's house, and they have their own chocolate brand. Let's finally make some chocolate. All right, so we have made it to their little factory in their home. They have everything prepared and set out for me. So as you guys know, this turns into this, which is their chocolate. We're gonna be turning our chocolate into this and using the stone grinder. Look how beautiful that looks.
Primero necesitamos calentar en el lugar donde vamos a tostar el cacao.
Abre la tapa. Con esto le mueves, ¿sí? ¿Por cuántos minutos necesito tostar?
Son unos 5 minutos al menos para poder manualmente quitarle la cáscara.
Barely lightly toast them, but not too much. Tell me this isn't ASMR right now. Y después de esto, ¿qué necesitamos hacer?
Vamos a pelar.
They also sell these as cacao nibs, which I'm sure everyone, if you've been to an ice cream shop, you've seen cacao nibs. These bad boys are delicious, which, you know how the bakers always lick their spoon? I'm about to do the other version and eat the cacao nibs that we're roasting. That's delicious, dude. So what she's saying is they are completely done, and how you know they're done is you hear a little popping sound like popcorn, and the shell comes off.
Caliente.
The shell comes off very, very easily. Now let's peel it.
Y era no. Y de
Pero por ejemplo, ese es mucho húmedo. ¿Sí? Todo esto le hago.
Descascarillar grano a grano es algo que nos toma tiempo, pero en realidad nos hace aprovechar todo el producto. Si yo usara maquinaria industrial, se pierde del 15 al 20%, ya que la máquina rompe el grano por extraer la cascarilla. Es un chocolate artesanal.
Sí. ¿Y dónde estás ubicado?
Estamos ubicados en Sucúa, junto al estadio Eddie Cuello.
I won't lie, these guys are the best. They invited me into their home, so go buy their chocolate bars. They're the best. This is the most, I'm in heaven right now. Because, you know, growing up, I used to be 300 pounds. So I'm in basically like 300-pound kid heaven. This is the most delicious thing I've smelled in my entire life. I can't wait to try it. And I wonder how it's gonna turn out. So make sure to stick around so you see too how it turns out. Watching a video and like actually being here and able to smell this and taste this is a completely different story. In the United States, they use poison sugar, refined sugar. This is sugar from the natural sugar cane plant. I'll put a little picture in the top right corner right up here, or right up there, to show you guys this actually is sugar from a plant and not from a huge factory. Most of these huge chocolate companies that you see, they don't actually put 100% cacao butter. They put vegetable butter or vegetable oil, whatever it's called, soy oil, whatever it is. Chocolate should be healthy, but now chocolate's a thing where it's like, don't eat too much, otherwise you'll get sick. Don't eat too much, otherwise you'll get fat. Don't eat too much, otherwise you'll rot your teeth. But no, chocolate should have been healthy from the very beginning. Now we're putting in the cacao that has been ground up. It may look like coffee powder, but no, this is from our cacao bean. And after 8 hours, that is gonna turn into chocolate. And now they're putting in cacao butter, 100% cacao butter, and not anything vegetable oil or soybean oil or whatever they put in there. Basically what's happening here is these stones are going in a circle and grinding up very finely the cacao powder. And because cacao has 60% cacao butter within the bean itself, it turns into this beautiful, beautiful chocolate, and that's why it doesn't stay dry. And then here is our 100% all natural sugar cane sugar. Now we wait.
Listo. Este chocolate lo vamos a sacar ya de la conchadora.
8 hours later.
El mínimo son 8 horas para que sea minúscula las partículas y se derrita en el paladar. Ese es el punto
wow.
donde
That is
sacamos el
delicious.
chocolate. Y ahora tenemos que pasar el proceso de bajar la temperatura, ya que esto está sumamente caliente. Eso.
So this looks like fudge, but this is just 100% natural chocolate.
Ahora él va.
Justin Wonka.
Just Justin Wonka. It wasn't on my bucket list to become Willy Wonka for the day, but I guess it worked out. Tell me this doesn't look absolutely delicious, dude. 100% pure chocolate. No poison, no nothing, nothing processed, nothing refined. Just 100% pure chocolate, farm to table. That is good, dude. No, that's one of the best things I've ever tasted in my entire life. That is fantastic. Guys, let's just say thank the heavens I didn't do this at my house because it wouldn't have been even 5% as good as she's making it right now. At my house, all I had was just a coffee grinder, and I thought with a coffee grinder I could do everything. That's why I called my friend. I'm like, yo, Paul, I need some help. Do you know anyone who knows how to make chocolate? And then he brought me here, dude, and thank God he did. Shout out to Sukuita. They brought me into their home. They're the best people on the entire planet. I am so hyped. I'm a kid in the candy factory right now. She's Willy Wonka, and I'm one of those Oompa Loompas. Look at that beauty, dude. I mean, this is beautiful. Look how bad mine looks, but let's just, yeah, let's fix it a little bit. Now, let's add some cranberries.
Casi en todo lo que es alimentos, la gente usa guantes. En el chocolate no, porque absorbe los olores y es químico. Entonces de aquí vamos a este espacio frío que es único y exclusivamente para el chocolate. Ya que el chocolate es muy celoso, absorbe todos los olores de los alimentos que esté al lado y vamos a poner aquí porque solo hay chocolate.
¿Y ahorita cuántos minutos hasta que eso es durísimo?
5 minutos y ya se endura y vamos a empacar.
After waiting about 30 or 40 minutes, it's done.
Hecho por usted, una barra de chocolate.
Oh yeah, it's done, baby. The only thing that's left is to take this home and let's try it.
Vamos a poner la etiqueta de que Justin
Oh
hizo
yeah,
su
baby.
propio
Yeah, that's me
chocolate.
exactly. ¿Cuál es tu Facebook?
Facebook, Chocolate Sucuita. Estamos también en TikTok y en Instagram, Chocolate Sucuita.
I'm really proud of actually how this turned out. Look how beautiful this is. Look at the cranberries on the back. And that's how you know it's not artificially preserved. It's because it's melting on my hands. But let's see if this can get the crack test. Yeah. We didn't freeze it long enough. It's because it's melting. But as you guys saw in the intro right here, it did pass the crack test. My other ones did at least. Let's move on to how does this actually taste, the fresh farm to table chocolate. Oh my god. Es rica. El sabor.
Tiene sabor a cacao.
It has. Todo chocolate tiene sabor de cacao. It really has a perfect sweetness with a mix of the sour of the cranberry.
Ese es higo lo que está dentro.
How do you say cranberry?
Higo es creo.
Let's have my dad try it. I made this chocolate from our cacao beans.
Tiene sabor a cacao.
What would you rate it 1 to 10?
That's really good. I'll put a 10.
You really gotta let this bad boy melt in your mouth like this. And let all the flavors cover your tongue. Hershey's will not melt in your mouth like this melts in your mouth. And I will never, never, ever go back to Hershey's chocolate or anything close to the packaged stuff that you get in the United States. This is real chocolate. You need to subscribe.
Sabor a cacao.